Hello, beautiful friends. I'm so happy to be here with you on a Sunday live. It's been a really long time. I wanted to get on here because I've had actually several questions come up because we're starting Mindful YouTube University tomorrow on Monday. It's a 6-week transformational journey to confidently creating videos, being visible, being authentic on video, and broadcasting yourself fearlessly. And I've had a few questions come up from people basically asking things like, what happens when you get judged online? Or what happens if somebody calls you a name or says you come off as bitchy or dumb or some quality that you just don't want to be, and it triggers you and you don't want people to perceive you a certain way. You want them to perceive you, in the brightest possible way. This is such a good question, and it's why a lot of people who want to be sharing their message and want to be visible, let me know who's here. I see some of you have popped in. But why so many people, maybe like you, who want to be on video, want to be visible, or maybe want to do public speaking or whatnot, and you don't, the deeper fear is typically, I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be judged. And then it actually goes deeper than that, but we'll just sit with that part. I don't want to be judged. So what I have found on my journey, and why even as a highly sensitive person and a more empathic person, I'm able to take criticism and take whatever comes my way and still share the message that is in my heart to share, is because of this one little tip, this one little trick. And it's basically this. Anything that anybody calls me online, in person, any judgment that somebody else has, I literally let them have it. Like, you can have whatever judgment you have on me, right? So the deeper work, the reason why many of us try to be like one persona is because that's how we've received love, right? So if you see me as a nice person, a good person, a generous person, that feels really good. But if you see me as a biatch or an unkind person or an unattractive person or a unintelligent person or whatever it is, that can really hurt if I'm trying not to be those things. But the truth is, when you really tap into the diamond self, when you really tap into the whole of who you are, and you realize and you ask yourself the question, like one woman, Liz, if you're watching, I love you, and she's one of our Diamond Process coach trainees, and she asked a really powerful question yesterday that went deeper, but I'll answer part of your question, Liz, if you're watching. So she was like, what happens if somebody calls you a bitch or something, or sees you as a bitch? And it really hurts because you want everyone to see you as kind or nice or loving. The reality is, my question is, have you ever been a bitch in your life? If somebody perceives you as whatever it is that you don't want to be perceived as, it's very likely that you are that at some level, at some degree, even if it's a teeny bit, because we have everything within us. And so the real work is actually to own and embrace that part of ourselves that we don't want to be. So the way I see life is like this. We are these glorious diamonds. We are these beautiful, multifaceted diamonds. And I think we each have so much in our hearts to share and so much to broadcast, especially these days in life, because we need more and more people sharing things that are actually loving, kind, inspiring, solution-oriented, community building, connecting each other, opening our hearts, inspiring us, like bringing medicine into the world through whatever our solutions or just a loving presence, And I guess what I see in myself in the past and others is that what holds many back from actually sharing the wisdom and the gold inside is a fear of being judged. So the only way I have known to actually break through and continue being visible, continue on this journey no matter what, is to actually embrace the thing about myself that I don't want to be. So for example, let's say Liz was saying the bitch thing, like, oh, what if somebody sees me as a bitch and or whatever the quality is, or as an unkind person or a belligerent person or something like that, I ask myself this: have I ever been a bitch? Have I ever been unkind? And the answer is yes. If I'm really honest with myself, I can see that of course I have been a bitch. Of course I haven't been in the mood to deal with certain things at certain times. Or of course I've been unintelligent or, come across as a flake or flighty. And I've also been extraordinarily wise, deeply kind and compassionate, very loving. So if I can be all of those things, I am free. But if I limit myself to only a small fraction of what I think is lovable and acceptable, I am imprisoned. And this doesn't just go for on video and being expressive, it goes for life. So long as we get triggered or try to maintain some kind of persona, it's like the biggest burden that we can carry, and there's no way to be authentic and free in our communication and our connection with each other. So I have a question for you. If you clicked on this video and you saw the title and you're like, okay, how to be free and freely authentic in your life and on video, if you feel like you hold part of yourself back, like you're not fully yourself in life, the fast track to actually opening up your communication and open up that freedom and authenticity in your relationships is to ask yourself this question: what is the one thing I don't want anybody to know about me? What is the one thing I really want to hide? So it might be that that you feel depressed sometimes, or a lot of the time. It might be that you have rage or anger. It might be that, it might be that you claim to be a vegan and you eat meat, or that sometimes, or, you want to fit into some kind of culture and it's not your truth entirely. It might be that you want to say that you're super healthy and fit and you're teaching people about health coaching or something, and secretly you have like an eating disorder or something of that nature. And, these are the things that it's time for us to stop hiding. These are actually the things that we can all relate on, because none of us are perfect. And the real connection and the real power and the real freedom comes from actually going, you know what? This is me too. This is me too. And accepting, and eventually once you accept it in yourself, you don't have to do it publicly, but just look yourself in the mirror and go, wow, yes, I'm amazing, and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm also depressed sometimes, and I get super angry and pissed and irritable and short-tempered and lonely and insecure, whatever the things are that we don't want to own. I can say that I'm all of the things I just listed, and I love that. Like, I literally love that I get to be human. So my answer to Liz, or to anyone else who's like, God, I want to broadcast myself, I want to share myself, and what if someone judges me? It's not another person's judgment that we fear. I really want you to hear this. It's not another person's judgment that we fear. It's our own judgment on ourselves that limits us, and that's what hurts. It's not somebody else's judgments. Actually, other people's judgments like roll off when we fully embrace everything about ourselves, but it just requires looking at the things that we don't necessarily like. So really powerful practice. It's super simple. I would write down on a piece of paper, what is the one thing I would be horrified if people knew about me? And that is the place to do the work. That is the place to embrace. That's the facet of yourself. So how do you do that? How do you embrace the part of you that you don't like? So for a long time, I hated that I have like strong anger sometimes, which some of you might be like, what? But ask Jason, as one of the closest people to me, it comes out like an irritability if I'm overwhelmed. And I no longer dump it on him or people closest to me. I actually have such a love for that anger because it's so clear and so fierce, and anger always tells me that I've crossed a boundary, either my own boundary, like I've overscheduled myself, or I've let somebody cross my boundary and they've harmed me in some way. And so anger usually arises as like an injustice, like to defend against an injustice. So this is an example. When we actually look at all the different parts of ourselves, we can see that deep down, the real stem of it is love. Like everything that we are actually comes from love and trying to help ourselves, sometimes in unconscious ways and limited ways. But when we just look in the mirror and go, this is who I am a freaking bitch sometimes, and I'm usually very, very loving. And if I try to pretend that I'm not angry or bitchy or whatever these qualities are, I will forever be lost and I will never be able to share what I'm here to share. And the real power and the real magic is in us getting to see the real you. Us getting to see, you know, even right now, like just sharing this, if I were to share a really tangible personal story with you, this live stream would be filling up and a ton of people would be commenting and engaging because I would be revealing something really honest. This was just a quick video. I'm coming in here because I haven't in a long time. And I wanted to also let you guys know Mindful YouTube University is starting tomorrow, and I haven't announced it at all. But what I'm getting at is when you share your authentic stories and you share your truth, that's actually what creates connection, and that's actually what creates a greater magnetism. So the very things that we're trying to like push away, I would just invite you in your life, if you're making videos, if you're speaking on stages or whatever, you're being more visible in the world. Think about looking at one personal story you have that really articulates something that you've been ashamed of for most of your life or much of your life. And can you tell that story from a place of love, and ask yourself, what have I learned from this experience? And then share that within your story to the person, you know, you're the video, or even just a friend or on a video diary, and start getting comfortable expressing your most authentic, deepest truths. That's what we want to see that's what we want to see. So if you are somebody who struggles with being authentic in your life, and you want to make videos, I have Mindful YouTube University coming up tomorrow. I do it once a year. It's a 6-week program, and it's basically a transformational personal development program. It's like clearing your shabib on purpose. So in the process, you're creating your YouTube channel, you're making your videos, you're learning how to structure videos, you're learning how to build your confidence and release self-doubt and share yourself in a way that makes you feel so fulfilled and excited to get out of bed in the morning. You just feel eager to share your voice and free yourself from anything that's been holding your voice and your medicine and your truth down. That's what I help with in Mindful YouTube University with. It's what I'm super passionate about. I'm only welcoming in a few people just because our coaches are we have basically the program is focused on the coaches as well. So if you do want one of the few spots, I'm giving away $100 to my YouTube family and to my newsletter family, because this is where I learned how to make videos. And you guys, some of you have been with me for so many years. So if you've been wanting to make videos and you just need a powerful accountability and support system and all the lessons that teach you, it's 3 modules. It's a powerful training, and then live Q&As with me as well, and an incredible community that is very supportive. Go to mindfulYouTubeUniversity.com, and when you register, if one of the spots is for you, type in inner gold, it's one word, inner gold, in the coupon code area, and that will literally be me giving you $100. So if you've been wanting to do this for a while, this is like the time. This is the time to do it. And we start tomorrow. So there you have it. And I'll be coming in here more to share. I want to answer the rest of your question, Liz, if you're watching this, about the shadow work. It'll be a separate video. But I love you. I love all of you. And whatever it is that's in your heart, whether it's making videos or something else, the easiest way to do it is to embrace the part of you that you do not want anyone else to see. Because once you accept the parts of you that you have been ashamed of or you haven't wanted others to know about you, that is when you are truly free and nothing can touch you, because you are the reservoir, you are the space, you are the embrace of love that supplies your deepest need, which is radical self-acceptance. All right, my friends, all of my love. Again, go to mindfulYouTubeUniversity.com, type in Inner Gold, it's one word, and you will get $100 off of the course. So that's from me to you. All right, my friends, I love you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.